Hi to all, my name is Lena, I'm from Ukraine. This tank was my second attempt at starting over. I wanted to plant more plants and update my composition. Since I considered the sand to be the source of problems in my first composition, this time I refused it. The alternative was quartz of a larger fraction, which was supposed to be better for plant roots. I also used an active substrate on the bottom, so how was everything? The dimensions of the aquarium allowed me not only to throw away the old soil, but also to take the aquarium to the shower to wash it right there. I don't have such a video, but believe me, it was not easy. In order not to damage the glass, I put the aquarium on a towel. I tried not to use aggressive detergents because there was no need for it, just sponges and water. After the aquarium was cleaned, I put it in place and filled the substrate. Substrate manufacturers recommended a layer that does not exceed 2 centimeters. I poured the main soil on top of it. The main soil was different, quartz and lava fraction of 1 to 3 millimeters. Lava is considered a good soil because of its good structure for the development of bacteria, and quartz created a good contrast. The appearance of the aquarium did not look good immediately after the update, but I was able to eat more plants. This time my drift settled on the bottom in the center. I placed a large rock on top of it, so I made a nice dark-net shrimp cave in the right corner. The first 5 days the water looked cloudy, because I added the bacteria capsule to the external filter. But this is normal at the startup and indicates that the bacterial balance is now being established in the water. Then the water became clear without any effort of my part. It is worth remembering that in the first days after the start, you need to change the water every 5 days, especially if you have an active substrate at the bottom. I kept improving my composition over and over again, and 5 more stones on top added more volume that I was missing. Now this living beauty could be viewed endlessly. Yes, there was still a green layer on the old stones, but I managed to keep the algae under control. Unfortunately, while I was restarting, not all fish made it to the end. The fish were in a tank without a filter but with air aeration. Several fish died. I also decided to eat part of the water from the old aquarium to the new aquarium. This was supposed to reduce the stress for the fish so that there was no sudden change in the water parameters, and also to accelerate the development of the necessary bacteria. It is difficult to say how correct the step was, but at the time it seemed to me a good decision. In the end, I want to share my impressions. This composition, of course, is very far from real aquascapes. I'm sure that there were mistakes here as well, which I could not have noticed. But the process of creating an aquarium has always been something joyful and pleasant for me. Water change and aquarium care have never been boring for me. I love watching the life inside and taking care of this little underwater world. Unfortunately, the history of this small world ended sadly. With the beginning of the war, I had to leave everything and run away. But this is a completely different story, which I will try to share over time. Thanks for watching, and bye.